Hey there, welcome to another session of Permission to be Curious. And today we're going to answer one of the questions from the question box in the Facebook group. I'm going to introduce you to Adobe Firefly, another free text to art generative app, plus a whole lot more that you can generate with Firefly, apparently. And then I'm going to take you back over to ChatGPT. And with your ChatGPT Plus subscription, you have access to their brand new GPT store. So this is user-generated GPTs with very specific functions. So when I talk to you about talking to ChatGPT about general topics and learning things about the world and science and Bitcoin and all these other things that I'm interested in, you can do the same with ChatGPT, present it with your questions. But now the additional feature is that users have created GPTs that will do very specific things, all kinds of amazing things. But rather than take you on a tour of the whole thing, I just want to show you some specific GPTs that people have created that you can use to help you generate the perfect prompt to create your art in Adobe Firefly. So, a lot of exciting things to cover. Let's get started. The first thing I want to do is answer the question from the question box. And the question was, um, hold on a second. So the question was, I changed the question a little bit. So um, if I use the same prompt as somebody else, are you going to make the same picture you made for somebody else? So this is a question I posed to ChatGPT about ChatGPT using Dolly. Remember, I talked about copying somebody else's prompt. I bring it over into ChatGPT. The first time around, I let it create the image, and then I just go modify the words to be whatever I want. And that's how I mold the art to be whatever I want and not just very similar to what the original person who wrote the prompt in the first place created. Well, here's ChatGPT's response to the question of, is it going to create the same art as it did the first time? And here's the answer to that question. So when creating art with AI, like using a text to image model, each time you input a prompt, the AI generates a unique image. So even if you use the same prompt as someone else, the resulting picture will not be exactly the same as what was created for them. These AI models are designed to interpret prompts in varied ways, leading to different artistic expressions with each generation. This diversity is one of the exciting aspects of AI-generated art. Each creation is a blend of the AI's understanding of the prompt and its complex algorithms, making it unlikely to produce identical results for the same prompt. I'm going to add a little bit more to ChatGPT's answer, because part of the thing that you don't know yet that I haven't shared with you is that when you when you upgrade to the $20 per month subscription, one of the things you can do is create customized instructions for ChatGPT. I'll share with you mine. It's the first part is you tell it something, ChatGPT, something about you. So you could say, I'm an entrepreneur who loves to create art and dabbles in fashion and creating amazing sneakers, helping illustrate children's books. And I really love technology. And I could put all of that in the first part of the customization. And then the second part of the customization is where you tell ChatGPT how you want it to interact with you. So you say, please provide your answers in a more casual format or in a very professional format. So whatever it is your style. You tell ChatGPT that. And then you can say, uh, you don't need to remind me all the time that all of your data only goes up until April 2023, or please, when I ask for multiple bits of data, you organize them into a table without my having to ask. So you just get very specific about the way you want it to respond to you. So I've already done that. I'll share with you when I share screen on that one. So let's go ahead and share screen. And let me go over to my ChatGPT screen, or tab rather. And down here in the bottom where it has my name, it has here custom instructions. Now, the first part is when I was exploring earlier, I would like to work with ChatGPT on another different exciting project. But this exciting project has to do with blockchain technology and AI innovations and something that I'm interested in creating called Attention Exchange Network. So this first part of the customization is all about that. But I've created previous customizations where I said, I'm the CEO of a fashion company, or I'm going to do a startup, or actually I've tried one for I want to be really good at creating podcasts, and I put that in there too. I didn't do that for this evening. I may come back and do that. And then the next part is, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? And I don't have anything in here that right at the moment, but I could say, please respond factually, casually, with a touch of humor. Don't be afraid to think beyond, whoops, beyond conventional thinking. Please provide tables when I ask you to provide a lot of information at once. Okay, there's probably more that I would say. I'm just going to put that in there for this evening. I've played with this a little bit as well. So the reason I'm telling you this is because, oh, I know. Here's another one. When I request images to be made, please create them in the format suitable for use on a phone background. Because I tend to like rectangular images, and if you don't give it specific requirements, it will always do it in a square image. So if you don't want it to be square as a default, here's where you would give that information. But you can always tell it in your prompts kind of what form factor you'd like it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and click save, and we'll just see what happens during our conversations with ChatGPT this evening. So the next thing, so that should answer your question about whether you'll always create the same art as somebody else, and the answer is no. And that's really makes it fun and cool. So I remember back in my physical art days, taking classes with lots of other students, and we're all given the same instructions, and every single person came up with something different, even though they had the same instructions. I just loved it. Well, the same thing is apparently true with all of these AI art models. So the one I wanted to share with you this evening that I find pretty exciting, it's called Adobe Firefly, and yes, it is by Adobe, and it is for free. So all you need to do is type in, but you have to sign up for an account. So you type in Firefly, move this out of the way. No, not fireflies.ai. No. Firefly.adobe.com, and that may come up with my account. I've already got an account, so it just automatically comes in, but it'll present you with the page if you don't already have an account with Adobe for any other Adobe product, and ask you to create an account. And I think it just asks in my case, I said, use my Google email address to make the connection, and it did. So here it is. This is Adobe Firefly. And I have to say, there's a lot of really cool AI art tools out here, but this one is also super, super amazing. The things you can do with it naturally, to begin with, you can do text to images. You type in your text, and it will create just like with the what that I showed you the other day with the Dolly 3, it'll create 4 different images, or actually the same thing with Dream, 4 different images, and you choose which ones you want, or you tell it to regenerate them, or it's just amazing. And then of course here it has generative fill. So the example they're showing on the screen is they're giving this guy different sweaters and different shirts. I haven't played with this one yet. That's totally amazing. Here's different text effects. Oh my word. This puts my example that I used last night to shame. Wow, look at those. Okay. Generative recolor. So if you want, look at all these different colors you can make this puppy. If you want to create editable templates from a detailed text description, text to vector graphic. Vector graphics are super useful in that you can size them from anything from a postage stamp to a highway billboard, because the technology behind it, I'm not well versed in the words for this. I'll have to ask ChatGPT later. It allows you to create larger and smaller images without getting really awful blurry pixelation, unless that's something you're looking for. Just kidding. All right. There's an incredible, so similar to the Dream app that I showed you, you can actually choose different styles if you want. And it will regenerate your image in the different styles. So this is one type of style. Here's another type of style. I mean, there are so many fun things to play with. I could just sit here all evening and make images. But for now, let's just, and of course, the other thing is they have a user gallery. You can go look and see what other users are doing. If you go to X, there is a whole community of Firefly art prompters. And then, as I said, I was going to share with you prompts that you can use ChatGPT to help you make. So let's just, we could do that. I don't want to use their example. Let's try close up. How about close up of a cat who skis, who is a ski racer. Excuse me. And let's see. And loves to dress fashionably for the slopes as well. Let's just see what it comes up with. I mean, that's why we're here to have fun, right? All right, here we go. And as you'll see, the very first option is to do a square 1-to-1 aspect ratio. So it's putting together. Oh my gosh, check out these images of a cat ski racer who is fashionably dressed. Now, if this is not what you, I think I love this one. In fact, I'm going to give that one a thumbs up, and a heart, because I just think that is adorable. All right, no, let's not do that. Okay, get out of there. So again, I could download this image and use it for my own personal use, like put it in a greeting card, or if I put it on a coffee mug, it's something that's for me. It pays to, or it's important to go read their term and conditions, which would be part of the user guidelines that they ask you to read when you actually create your account, which says whether you can use it commercially or not. And that's good to know. The other thing that I want to share with you is these 4 images are photorealistic, and that was over here. It was automatically checked as photo. If I wanted a more artistic image, I could choose that and tell it to regenerate. So let's take, hold on a second. How do I tell it to regenerate? Let's just go down here. And then I think somebody asked before if they could upload their own images, and the answer is yes. You can upload your image to many of these art generators and say, create a new piece of art based on this image. So if you created art in the past and you take a picture of it, you can upload it in here or to some of the other apps and use it to generate more variations of it. So So I asked for it, let's see, I wanted it to do it as art. How do I tell it to regenerate? Oh, it's been a while since I've used this one. Let's just click edit. And if I said, oh, let's see what happens if I say regenerate. Oh, I lost my other one. I should have saved it. But I think actually it saves the images in a gallery, so I don't think it's gone. All right, that's not really more artistic, but I liked the photo ones better. Then you can modify the visual intensity. So if I upload an image for my own rep, well, let's see. I want to try some other things. So that was more of the popular style. We could tell it to do it. I really want it to. Oh, here's my prompt. Oh, I can say generate again. Oh, now look, this is what I wanted to show you. So the original prompt I put in here was close-up of a cat who is a ski racer and loves to dress fashionably for the slopes as well. And I asked it to do the photorealistic style. I just now asked it to add the bokeh effect. What else can I do? Let's make it, oh, let's add synthwave. And now when I say generate, it'll completely do something different. Let's just see what it comes up with. And as you scroll on down, you just discover there's more and more and more fun things. So you can play with the color and tones. You can change the lighting on your entire image. You can apparently change some different things from the you have different options you can do for your image, different things to pay attention to in your art. If you're going to use photo settings, you can use auto. There's more advanced settings. I mean, this is just the imagery part. This thing goes on and on and on. But my understanding is you can use this for sound. I don't know about video clips, but check out these images. They are just pretty darn special. So I think I'm going to go ahead and download some of them. Oh, it just says more options. Let's see if it'll let me. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm going to go ahead and download it. This one. Here we go. It says promoting transparency in AI. Adobe is committed to promoting transparency around content generated with AI tools like Adobe Firefly. So when downloading or sharing content generated with Adobe Firefly, the content credentials will be applied to let people know it was generated with AI. And then the content credentials will note when your creation used a reference image. And then, of course, if you click on this, you can learn much more about it. So I'm going to go ahead and say continue, because I may want to come back and look at that again for myself later. Which one did I download? That one? Oh, heavens. Let's do this one too. And the other thing is I'll say yes to this. Hopefully I'm doing the different ones. And let's do this one too. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have it add these all to my library because I just think they're really cute. So I'm going to save to my own personal library. Later, I might share it with other people and just get their comments because I just thought it was pretty amazing. That's pretty fun. All right. Yeah, my library. And this one as well. Save to library. Actually, I think it says anyone can use the image. So you will want to pay attention to each different software will have a different way of talking about these things. Oh, okay, I've already done that. All right, let's get back out of here. All right, I just wanted to show you real quick how you can create a free account on Adobe Firefly and then just play with it to your heart's content. If, like me, you prefer different ratios, I myself actually kind of like the portrait size. But have fun with it. Wide screens, squares, landscapes. I still like portraits. All right, so now the other thing I promised was to go back over to ChatGPT. And remember again, this is a ChatGPT Plus subscription. And with that, you get to explore their GPT store. So I'm just blown away. I've only just started looking at this yesterday. The amount of things that are available is just amazing. So you can use a Canva GPT to help you design whatever you want in Canva, and it literally opens up a window into Canva, and you can, it'll create the thing that you asked for, and then you can edit it right then from there and save it into your own Canva or onto your computer. This one's a math and science AI tutor for middle and high school students. This one will teach you about create secondhand marketplace listings based on pictures. I love the name of it, Sell Me This Pen, for those of you who might remember The Wolf of Wall Street. There's a logo creator, grimoire, AI PDF. And then, so those are ones created by users, and here it says see more, and I haven't clicked that. I'm sure there's a lot. These are the ones that were created by ChatGPT or by OpenAI for ChatGPT. There's the first one that I've talked about, which is Dolly. You can use one to create coloring book pages. Here's one called Planty, your fun and friendly plant care assistant. I mean, this thing just goes on and on. This one is specifically using Dolly. You can use Dolly through ChatGPT to create logos, customize pictures of yourself. It's okay. Now, if you're wanting to write, if you're a writer, if you're an author, if you're a content creator, if you want to write articles or blogs, it's all here. There's all different ways to do this. Doing research for academics, the research you need for your thesis paper, you have to write your own thesis paper, but you can do some of your research here and get started. Sometimes the biggest thing that people have is just getting started. They just have writer's block. So if you ask it to generate a few ideas, and even write a little bit, then you can say, oh, yes, that doesn't sound like me. That's terrible, but I know where to go now. I know how to start. That's one of the reasons that I love just talking to ChatGPT and getting different answers. All right, productivity, video GPT. Oh, this diagram thing is amazing. Again, I'm not going to go through all these tonight. I encourage you to get a ChatGPT account, upgrade, just choose the $20 per month option. So you have it for a month for 20 bucks and you can play with it. Then if you find that you're using it, you like it, you want to keep going, you can pay the annual fee and save 40 bucks for the whole year. I mean, why not take advantage of the discount? But don't do that until you're ready to do more stuff. Now, another thing that ChatGPT became famous for early on is its ability to code. I imagine if I'd had this when I started, never mind, computer science a million years ago. All kinds of things for education, for lifestyle. Oh my goodness. If you want to design a tattoo, there's a tattoo GPT. If you can't figure out what you want to watch, you tell it what you're interested in, and it'll give you a list of movies or TV shows that you can get to. And this has only been available for a couple of months, and the store itself only opened like last week. This thing is just one of ChatGPT's famous words is burgeoning. So I'll say it's burgeoning, but I like to say it's exploding. It's going everywhere. This is amazing, and you have to check it out. By the way, I only showed you some of the top picks. There's some for Dolly, writing, productivity, research and analysis, programming, education, lifestyle, and then there's probably a lot more. I tinkered with writing some before the store. I didn't go back to playing with them some more, so I don't actually have a GPT in the store, but who knows, I might write one. I might even, if you're interested in, present to you how you can create your own GPT as well. So if that's something you're interested in, put a note in the question box and I will create some, it'll probably be a set of videos to teach you how to do just that. It's just amazing. The sky is the limit. So I promised Adobe. So if I just go in here and I type Adobe Firefly and hit return, look how many there are already. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a bunch of different ones. So here's one by James Bruce called Firefly Prompter. I'm just randomly grabbing one. Guides effective prompt creation for Adobe Firefly. So if I click on that, if I click on that, it opens up another ChatGPT window. And now I'm in Firefly Prompter. So here's some suggestions that it has. What prompt would bring out a vibrant abstract piece? Well, why don't I just click on that and see what it says? So here it says, creating a vibrant abstract piece using Adobe Firefly is a fantastic idea. Of course it says that. To achieve a striking result, you want to focus on a few key elements in your prompt. And it goes on to explain those: color scheme, shapes and forms, texture and depth, mood or emotion, movement and flow. And here's an example of a prompt you can use. Create a vibrant abstract piece with a dynamic blend of neon pink, electric blue, and bright yellow. Incorporate a mix of geometric shapes and fluid organic forms. I'm looking for a texture that combines glossy surfaces with layered depth, conveying an energetic and lively mood. Add a sense of movement with swirling patterns and flowing lines. So I could just copy this just as it's presented. Or I could copy it and then when I bring it over there, edit it to what I would prefer, because that's not exactly what I would want. So now let's go back. Let's just go back one and go back to the prompt, and I'll put that in there just as I copied it, except that now I want to say, I don't want neon pink. What is it that I like to do? Oh, I know. Let's see if it will take some of my strange quantum physics words. That doesn't mean that's what these really look like. I just love putting in strange things. So if I say chiral phonons, electric blue, bright yellow, wait, chiral phonons using electric blue, I don't know what else. Rusty hues. I'm just tossing weird things out. Incorporate a mix of geometric shapes. Let's just keep the rest of it and see what it comes up with. Oh, I'm gonna delete that last sentence. I have no clue what it's going to create, but let's just see what it comes up with. So I modified the prompt. It may be hideous, it may be terrible, it may actually be fun. Let's just see what it shows up with. Okay. I don't know if this is really the sort of thing that I would want. Let's see if I can make that bigger. I forgot to do that last time. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's okay. I think totally abstract is not quite my thing, but again, it's just something to play with. So if we go back over to ChatGPT, or in this case, Firefly GPT, I'll say, okay, what I really want is an image of a cat who loves coffee and conversation. Somewhat realistic. We'll go with that. I like cats. What can I say? All right. That's a delightful, of course, a delightful creative concept. It gives me some details about it, and then it gives me a sample prompt that I can try. So it says, create an image of a ginger tabby cat with bright green eyes sitting upright at a small round table in a cozy cafe setting. The cat appears engaged in conversation with a human-like expression of curiosity and intelligence. So I like the curiosity. In front of the cat is a large coffee mug with steam rising from it, suggesting a fresh hot drink. The cafe is warmly lit with a relaxed and friendly atmosphere. The cat wears a small round pair of round gold rimmed glasses, adding to its scholarly conversational demeanor. That sounds perfect. So I'm going to take that back over to Adobe Firefly. Let's get out of here. Put that prompt in there. This sounds absolutely wonderful. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, I forgot to change the size. Okay, well, anyway. Now, if I had told ChatGPT to do it with the new configuration, it would have done it. Okay, yeah, that's cute. I prefer not so much photorealistic, actually. So I'm going to actually take that same prompt and go back to, nope, not this one. Just go back to ChatGPT itself. And I'm going to, I'll just type it in just as it is. I don't want a ginger tabby cat anyway. I want a Siamese cat with blue eyes. All right, let's see what ChatGPT and Dolly create instead. Oh my goodness. It's typing a whole lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting, but that's fine. It even gave it a title. It's giving it a description, describing the foreground, the attire, the background, the mood, and the color palette. I just wanted to create the image. The image is designed in a 9:16 aspect ratio, perfect for a phone background. Great. Please create this image. However, I'm unable to create it. It says I could give this to a digital artist. Okay, that's sweet. No, we're going to go back over to GPTs. Apparently, I got to get some water. Hold on. So apparently, I can only have it create images directly to Dolly from my phone, I suppose. So fine, I will just go over here, pick up Dolly, and no, I want Dolly. I never give up if I can. I told you I didn't want ginger tabby, darn it, I forgot to copy the other one. A Siamese cat with bright blue eyes. Okay, we'll just go with the rest. But you'll notice, you might have noticed in the previous conversation with ChatGPT, it did say it was going to preserve the format for an iPhone. It should do that here too. Let's see if it does. And it's creating the image. No, it didn't preserve that, but it did create a kind of a cute image. I kind of like that one. So I don't know why, right? It kind of looks like me. And I'm going to save or download that image and use that in our Facebook group. So I've kind of rambled on a little bit. There was a lot I wanted to share with you. So here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Number one, if you haven't already, go ahead and upgrade ChatGPT to the Plus subscription. Just try it for 1 month for $20. I promise you're going to love it, and just play with it. There's so much available, including the fact that you can download the ChatGPT app to your phone, and you don't have to be a Plus user for that, I think. So you can play with it on your phone, but if you want to actually talk to it, in the way that I was showing you to talk to it. I think you can only do it from your phone. If you want all these other features, you're going to need to be a Plus user. So that's my first recommendation. And then second is go sign up for an Adobe Firefly account. If you already have Adobe products for anything else, it should be super easy for you to go ahead and sign up for Firefly. But even if you've never done a thing with Adobe, just get a free account and go play to your heart's content. I mean, I think you will be amazed. And if you don't want to use one of the Adobe Firefly GPTs for helping you create prompts, you can go over to X and just do a search for Firefly. And there are artists there who share their prompts all the time because they want to see what you'll come up with. So join in the fun and post some of your creations, please, in Facebook. It's a judgment-free zone. We'll have fun together. And if you have any more questions, please do put them in the question box. Lastly, if you find this useful and you know other people who will find it useful, let me know or invite them to the group yourself. I think you can do that. If not, send them to me and I'll invite them to the group. Either way, have a fabulous rest of your evening, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Bye for now.